Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to be showing you my draft strategy and why it is the best. First, let's talk about running backs. Yeah, there aren't that many running backs in the NFL. There's, one starter for every team, one backup, but not all of them will even get you a lot of fantasy points, which is why you should first start off by taking a good running back. And then after that, I say take two receivers, depending if you have another receiver slot or a flex option. But take two receivers, and then see what players are left. Because some players are honestly diamonds in the rough. Like right now, I could take Eddie Lacy, Jeremy Hill. I'm really looking at Arian Foster. But I'm going to take Eddie Lacy. Now, if Arian Foster is still there, wide receivers are very hard. They're not hard to come by, but good ones are. It all depends on the QB too. Now for my second pick, I'll have this line right here divides what I can pick. I'll have all these people to pick from. Now, when you're looking at real sleepers, honestly, some sleeper wide receivers that you can get away with are, one that I know is Jeremy Maclin. He is rated 76. You can get away with him real easy in the late rounds. Real easy. I think, yes, Alex Smith, he's not that great. But sometimes a good wide receiver, a great wide receiver, can make a decent QB put up great numbers. Right now, Demaryius Thomas still isn't there. Okay, he's still there. You don't say. I'm looking more towards Julio Jones because, I don't know, Peyton Manning, yes, he raped. Absolutely destroyed, But is he going to do good this year? He fell off at the end last year. Calvin Johnson's pretty good too, but there's the age, thing coming in effect. Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Julio Jones. Matt Ryan's just consistent QB. Great QB. Like I said, just take a wide receiver. Take a wide receiver second. Running backs, like you can get you can get a great running back. You can get a great running back, great receivers, and then have a good or decent running back. Like, look. What, my fifth pick, where is he at? Look, Andre Ellington, fourth pick. I get Andre Ellington, Jonathan Stewart, Lamar Miller. Depends who people take, but yeah. LeGarrette Blount, isn't he suspended? I could have swore he was suspended. Conditioning. Oh, he failed his conditioning test. Oh, that's kind of weird. I say all. Honestly, I'm gonna say that all the good running backs are gonna disappear after my fourth pick. Maybe. But if they're still there, honestly, fifth pick, I think I'm gonna have to go for running back. Running back, fifth pick after I stack up my wide receivers for sure. Alright, since it's almost my turn, I'm just going to start talking about quarterbacks. There will be great quarterbacks in the 6th and 7th round. Don't be in a hurry to get a quarterback. That's what kills your team. Like, yeah, you can get Aaron Rodgers or Andrew Luck in the 2nd round, but why? That's not necessary. 3rd round, I see it, but not 2nd round. That's just a waste of a draft pick to me. Quarterbacks should be 5th or 6th round, depending on who it is. Like Ben Roethlisberger, he's gonna be there 6th round. He's gonna be there maybe 7th round, probably not, but maybe. Don't take my boy. Oh, he took him. Let's look for wide receivers, see who's left. Julian Edelman, Amari Cooper, Vincent Jackson. I think Julian Edelman's going to have a great season this year. Great season. Oh. You know what? Fuck it. Golden Tate. No! What? Oh, Randall Cobb? What? Was he still up there? Are you serious? Wow. Yeah. Look at that. Some people just don't know how to draft. Brings a tear to my eye. Just a little one. Right now, what I'm going to be going for next now is just a running back. Running back for sure. Before they all disappear. Lamar Miller is a great pick, I think. What happened with him and Knowshon Moreno? Now, Knowshon, I drafted him the year the Broncos blew up. Just absolutely. Like, well, I mean, I didn't draft him. I picked him up because no one even knew his name, basically. And he's not going to come back to the NFL, I don't think. I mean, Lamar Miller took up all his reps and starting reps, and don't get me wrong, Lamar Miller's a great QB, but I'd love to see Knowshon Moreno come back. Just look out for him. That's all I'm going to advise you. Just look out for Knowshon Moreno. Alright, now you have 3 great running backs right here. Jonathan Stewart, I think he's too underrated. He's going to blow up next year. Lamar Miller, the Dolphins, they're going to do great things this year. They're just going to absolutely shred everyone. Maybe Ndamukong Suh will, you know, step on Brady. Maybe. Anyways, Lamar Miller versus Jonathan Stewart. I'd have to go with Lamar Miller. Yes, the Panthers don't really have an O-line. But like I said, even with that last year, he blew up. D'Angelo Williams is done, but Jonathan Stewart can still make some plays. All right, like I said, well, it looks like Ben Roethlisberger's gone, but like I said, QBs are just always there. Tony Romo looks like another good pick, considering that Dez Bryant is gonna be playing this year, since you know he got a great contract. So I'm gonna draft Tony Romo. You should always get your QB to me late 4th, maybe 5th. If you don't really care about a QB, go for a 6th round. Tony Romo right now, definitely a good idea. Next though, like I said, some people are absolute steals. This is one of them. Who do we have? Golden Tate, Julian Edelman, Kamari Cooper, Roddy White, Jeremy Maclin. Like I said, absolute steal. Absolute steal. Who should I go for next? Also another steal, the Jets defense. They're gonna be crazy next year. No one. If you steal them, that's in late rounds. That's great, you know. Next, I think I'm gonna be going for another running back. You have to make your primary team. You have to have a good primary team and a good bench. That's just what I think. If you draft, a tight end right now, a kicker right now, a defense right now, just to make your primary team good, when they're on bye weeks, you're not going to be. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to do anything at all for you. Jonathan Stewart is still up there. Really. Amir Abdullah. I want him too, but I really have to. Jonathan Stewart or Andre Ellington. I don't know. He is injured, and he might get injured. He had injury problems last year. I'm going to have to go with Jonathan Stewart. I just think it's a better overall pick. Alright. Next, I'm gonna. Honestly, I don't really care about tight ends that much, especially since there will be great tight ends left. Like right now, great tight ends: Travis Kelce, Greg Olsen, Martellus Bennett. I don't really know much about Jordan Cameron, but Jason Witten, Julius Thomas, he's on the Jaguars. I don't know. Will he make Blake Bortles great, or is Blake Bortles just gonna suck, and so is he? I don't know. Alright. Well, I was right. And Jeremy Maclin is still there, but so is Vincent Jackson, Roddy White, Allen Robinson, Sammy Watkins, Brandon Marshall, all those people. If you base this 2014 stats, Vincent Jackson, Roddy White, all great people, but right now, I don't know about Vincent Jackson. Is their new QB going to be good? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Jeremy Maclin, who knows? But I'd rather go with Jeremy Maclin just because he's an overall better player than Vincent Jackson. Hopefully he can make it really big on the Chiefs. I think I got to steal with that. I really do. People just undervalue him. Player that I do not think is going to be any good is, and sorry for slandering the name, but Doug Martin. Doug, I love you. You had a great rookie season. You blew up on everyone, but injuries just kept you from doing great again. Alright. Well, honestly, if on your team, all you need, if you have 3 wide receivers and 2 running backs, all you need is 1 backup running back. That's all you need. 1 backup running back to replace whoever. You don't need more than 1, trust me. But if you have a flex option, I would get 4 running backs if you want to put a running back at your flex, depending on how you draft yet again. But right now, we're going to go for another wide receiver. And Vincent Jackson is still there. Again, I don't know how new QB is gonna do, considering he hasn't even started his rookie season, but they put his faith in him. So I think between Vincent Jackson and Roddy White, I'm gonna have to go with Vincent Jackson. I think he'll put up big numbers. Then again, we all thought Johnny Manziel was gonna put up big numbers, and look what happened there. Oh well. And sometimes you gotta take risks in fantasy. Alright, looks like a lot of people held out from tight ends this game. I'm going to draft a tight end next. Between Martellus Bennett, Jordan Cameron, Jason Witten. Yes, he has Jay Cutler passing to him. But Jason Witten has hit a milestone in his... He's really old. I hate to say it like that, but that does hinder production sometimes, even if you do have a great QB. If Martellus Bennett isn't taken, I'm going to have to go with him. Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Martellus Bennett for sure. He's a great tight end. He might not, like... Martellus Bennett, he has great production. He's not that old. He still has many years left in him. He will do a great job. Next, a defense would be nice. What do we have here? What are we working with? Do they still have... New York Jets. Yeah, still there. If I can get them next, that'd be great. They have the greatest, well, not the greatest secondary, but it's really up there now. And then they have Cromartie and Revis. That's, I don't know. It's just crazy defense. Another defense that is worth noting is Houston. They have, I think, the best front four D linemen. Like, no, just the best D line in the game. You have Jadeveon Clowney, J.J. Watt, Nick Fairley, and Vince Wilfork. That's mind-blowing. That really is. You have to have a great O-line to stop the many sacks that will be coming this year to them. It's just, it's crazy. It's really crazy. I don't know much about their secondary, but the D-line, yeah, that's they have a monster D-line. Me, I'm a Detroit fan. I wish Nick Fairley would have came back. Yes, I wish Ndamukong Suh would have came back, but they didn't. And we have cap space now, thank God. We do have cap space now. We signed Haloti Ngata, and he has maybe a year or two left in him. He's not as great as Ndamukong Suh, but he definitely is above average for sure. He's really good, I'd say. Not superb, but really good. Just a great player. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the Jets. The Jets, if they're still there, I'm taking them. It's just great defense. Very great. People undervalue them. People miss them. They don't understand that. I don't know. They have a great secondary. They have a great front line. The linebackers are great. It's just awesome. Muhammad Wilkerson's gonna tear it up, and then the secondary is gonna tear. It's great. Let's get the Jets. All right, we don't have that much talent left, but we still have a good, decent amount of talents. Marquise Colston, definitely hitting years when you'd wonder, is he gonna retire soon? Then again, you think of Reggie Wayne, and then you're like, oh, Reggie Wayne's like super old too, and he's still producing. Alright, yeah. Marquise Colston or Brandon LaFell. Brandon LaFell placed protective boot. Okay, so he's injured. Charles Johnson. Kevin White. Wow, what happened to him? Shin? Sidelined for 6 weeks. Okay. Good to know. Anquan Bolden. I don't know. Maybe. I'd go for Malka now. Yeah, I think I'd have to go for Marquise Colston. He has Drew Brees, and he's just a great receiver. He has maybe a couple more years left, maybe 2 or 3, but I think he'll do good as a backup. Definitely, he'll do good as a backup. Oh, goodness. Alright. Next, we're going to draft one more running back. Because this running back is one of my favorites that I drafted last. I didn't even draft him. I got him off of free agency last year. And I think that he's he is a sleeper. Alex Mack was gone, and that's why their run game wasn't so dominant last year, but he put up decent numbers. And I think this year he's going to really blow up. I really do. I think he's going to start Terrence West, and the other running back that they got. But also, I did pick up Lamar Miller, and you guys heard me earlier. I was arguing Jonathan Stewart versus Lamar Miller. Lamar Miller and Jonathan Stewart do have the same bye week, but I picked him up because he was a steal. He really was. Whoever does better this year, whoever blows up, maybe we'll see what their production is. But I will put him in. You know, if I have to swap them out or anything like that, then I'll do that. But I think this has so far been a really good core. This is a great team, great core team. But you have to look at the bench too. Like I said, if you put in a garbage player where a good player is supposed to be on a bye week, then you're not gonna win, unless you got really lucky. But you're not gonna win, most likely. You have to think over, like, you have to think as a whole, is my team good? Not just, you can't just look at your core team and go, oh yeah, look at this, I got maybe Aaron Rodgers and Calvin Johnson, Randall Cobb, Julio Jones, you know, just whatever like that, and go, oh yeah, it's great, and then have just some nobodies on the bench. Because what happens when you get your core people just go on bye weeks? You're gonna do not as great as you think you are. You have to have a good bench, and I can't stress that enough. Alright, next, our final 3 picks are gonna be first a QB, then a tight end as a backup, and then a kicker. As you can see, There are some decent QBs left. I don't know. I mean, all these first 4 QBs, 5 QBs, you know, 6 QBs are really shady. I mean, Colin Kaepernick, yes, he did have a terrible season. Well, not a terrible season, but it's not an unexpected season last year. I think he's gonna do better this year. And you have Carson Palmer, RG3, Andy Dalton. I think Colin Kaepernick's gonna do the best out of these 5 QBs. And even if he doesn't do that well passing the ball, he's gonna be running a lot. So. Sometimes just passing and getting touchdowns is not all that there is. Sometimes you need some good old fantasy points from running and getting rushing touchdowns. There are some really interesting tight ends, I think. Really interesting tight ends left. I think Coby Fleener will do the best out of all these tight ends. But then you have to look at Delanie Walker too. He was a great tight end in 2014. He put up some real good numbers with his QB. And I think Delanie Walker will do the best. Even though I just said Coby Fleener will. I really think it's between Coby... Oh, then he's drafted. Well, that makes my choice kind of easy. Yes, there is Vernon Davis, but I am not so sure about him. Not anymore. I think Coby Fleener will do great this year. Hats off to you, Mr. Andrew Luck. And when we look at kickers... Oh, okay, kickers. You have great kickers left. I mean, what else do you want me to tell you? You have Dan Bailey, Stephen Hauschka, Mason Crosby, Matt Prater, Matt Bryan, Nick... Well, I don't know about Nick Folk, but you have Swisham? Something like that. You have whatever you can pick from. Honestly, the best out of all these kickers would have to be Dan Bailey. He's a very great kicker, and he's on the Cowboys. They tend to score a lot. Hauschka, a great kicker too, very accurate. But I'd have to give my hats off to Dan Bailey if he's still there. Alright, and as we're wrapping up to our last draft pick, I'd just like to point out that if my friends were watching this, they probably are, they would say that my team is overall decent. I'd say my team is overall well-balanced. My bench is balanced. My main team is balanced. Overall, my team is balanced. Am I going to have a great primary team and a weak bench, or am I just going to have it balanced? And what I want is balanced. What you want is balanced. Hopefully each and every one of you will follow this. Okay, let's see here. Matt Bryan, the Atlanta kicker. I'm going to have to go with Matt Prater. I think he's just going to have a great season this year. Very great season. But anyways, I think that this is an overall the best method to draft. My method. Maybe it's not even my method, but it's just how I do it. Now, to just end it off, here is my team. That's overall my team right here. Tony Romo, Julio Jones, Randall Cobb, Jeremy Maclin, Eddie Lacy, Lamar Miller, Martellus Bennett, and Matt Prater. Good team. Good team. Good core team. But then you have a great bench too. Jonathan Stewart, Vincent Jackson, Marquise Colson, Isaiah Crowell, Colin Kaepernick, and Coby Fleener. And, the steal, the Jets defense. Thank you for watching. Please take this seriously. Well, no, don't take it seriously, but you know what I mean. But anyways, thank you for watching. Hopefully you follow my method and subscribe for more.